Alrighty, guys, last one here. This is, of course, The Lord of the Rings, the card game, the Saga expansion, The Return of the King. We've already done the Fellowship of the Ring. We've already done the Two Towers, so check out those videos. This is the third in this series. Obviously, if you're playing through the three epic movies and want to enjoy them. This is a tear to shrink, although there's no shrink on this. It does have some things that keep it from being opened. So it's unopened. So technically, can we call this a tear the shrink when we don't have to tear the shrink off of it? I don't know. But we're going to get to it and we're going to see what's in the box. That's for sure. Let's do it. All right. So let's try and do this. Just trying to decide if I want to, how I want to try and tear this off the side. All right. Anywho, join Aragorn and Frodo as they conclude the quest to defeat the armies of Sauron and destroy the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. Never before have the challenges been this dire and the stakes this high. The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King Saga expansion contains 6 scenarios that recreate the exciting adventures featured in The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, the third novel in J.R.R. Tolkien's epic The Lord of the Rings Saga. In addition, this expansion includes over 60 hero and player cards which can be used to build and enhance player decks for any Lord of the Rings the card game scenario or campaign. This expansion includes all the cards originally featured in the Flame of the West and the Mountains of Fire expansions, now repackaged into one box. Recreate the classic novel, partake in the pivotal events of The Return of the King, such as the Battle of Petanal Fields, rescuing Frodo from the Tower of Sithith Nagul, and climbing the harrowing slopes of Mount Doom. Concluding the campaign, play out the first stages of an expensive campaign begun in the Fellowship of the Rings and the Two Tower Saga expansions. Can you destroy the One Ring? Build new player decks. Discover new strategies and combinations by constructing or enhancing your player deck with over 60 hero and player cards. Of course, 1 to 4 players, 30 minutes per player, 7 packages of gray sleeves if you're trying to sleeve it all. And last but not least, trying to get it open without destroying the wonderful artwork on this box. As I talked about in the last episode, and maybe even the first episode, these boxes are amazingly well designed. They are super thick, super nice, and you can probably use these to store many, many of your Lord of the Rings cards. Alright. And unfortunately, we got one more to take off, and then we should be done. Okay. And it looks like it does come off mostly without tearing any of the artwork or anything like that. So, mostly good. Mostly. Alright, once again, probably just a bunch of cards. Most of the cards we're not even going to see because, yes, they're going to be shadow cards. So we're not going to spoil or anything with that. We will look at the one pack that does include things that we will be looking at. But we will no longer spoil this. There we go. The Forbidden Door. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Shh, don't say. Okay, alright. So we have Aragorn. Frodo Baggins. Aragorn. A couple different versions of Aragorn. Aramir. Erwin, Tom Cotton, and Bergerod. Okay, those are the heroes. Then we get into the actual cards for the deck. Halbrand. We have Rosie Cotton. We have Gunwine. We have Rohirrim. We have the Captains of the West. We have Elfhelm. We have Gimbold. We have the Golden Shield. We have Raise the Shire. We have Sterner Than Steel. We have Elrothier. Prince Amriel. We have Livery of the Tower. We have Desperate Defense. We have Wow. Gun Birdie Gun. Aladdin. Friend or Foe. Friend of Friends. Friend of Friends. Banner of Aladale. And the Orc Disguise. That is what we have in store for you in this expansion. Of course, we have your rule booklets talking about the Fellowship, the Spear of the Fellowship, multiplayer rules, the One Ring, the Saga expansion rules, setting up the game, campaign mode, new rules, archery, dire, peril, and then the Passing of the Great Company setup, Phantom keyword, Army of the Dead, and then the Siege of Gondor, the Battle of Pelennor Fields, Assault, and the Tower of Sinrod Ungul. The Black Gate opens, Mount Doom, and the Fortitude Test. Player actions during Fortitude tests. And then playing in epic mode. Some starter decks for you if you want to play through this. Interesting enough, they didn't actually number these like they did the others. I think that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That would be my guess. And there you go. And you can see, again, ton of wasted space. Why they couldn't make a box like an eighth of this, unless they want you to use these extremely durable, extremely well built, extremely thick boxes with great artwork. Maybe they want you to put your other cards into these boxes and keep them. I think that might be what I'm going to have to do, because the artwork on these are amazing. So obviously, if you get the 3 of them, you put these on your shelf. Got them lined up side by side. They will look super nice in your collection for sure. So be sure to do that. Thanks so much for watching. Have any thoughts, comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comments section down below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, my friends, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.